Welcome back to Shining Empathy. My name is Joel, and this is your weekly reading for January 30th to February 5th, 2017. I don't think there's anything to catch up on since my last weekly reading. If you didn't catch the new moon reading, some really interesting energies going on there for the new moon. Based on what's happening in the world, a lot of us are experiencing heart chakra opening, and it's causing us to ask ourselves the question, what can I bring to the world to make the world a better place? So it's sending us all on different paths and putting more of us in the role of the healer, whatever that may be. But just by giving more to the world, that is very much the role of the healer. It was kind of an interesting read. So let's see what the energies are for this week, because that still ties in with the new moon cycle. Let's see what we've got. Okay. What do we need to know? Okay. Pan you down here. I think that should be good. Okay, let's look at the physical. Okay, so there's something we need to be physically focusing on, but we're not giving it our focus. The cards are essentially saying that if you want to make sure that you're focusing on the proper things physically right now, think in terms of healthy choices. So whether that's dietary, whether that's environmental, if that's your job, whatever that may be, but the cards are saying that there's a challenge with focusing on the right things right now. I hesitate to say the right things, but the things that are right for you. There's a challenge in that area in the physical department. And the way to kind of handle that is to think in terms of healthy choices, okay? Making better decisions for yourself, all right? Now, the thing about physical, too, is that, and I sort of brushed on it there, is that it doesn't just mean the physical body, it means the physical world on the physical plane. So that can be something that is literally in your environment. If we're talking about change and transformation, that's not just in the body. That can literally be a change that's coming to your physical environment. Maybe like you get something like something new added to your environment, whatever the case may be, but it's a physical change, physical transformation. Okay. All right, so let's have a look at the mind. Funny, I should have said change and transition, because that's, not transition, I said transformation, but change and transition has come up to the mind. We are receiving guidance in terms of how to manage the mental side of things right now, whether it be we're dealing with stress, or we're trying to get a handle on things, we're trying to make a decision about something. We are receiving guidance about that, but our challenge is we're not hearing it. It is good to remind yourself that you are in change, you are in transition, and that when we're sort of in the thick of things, it's hard to see the bigger picture. So maybe instead of trying to see the whole picture right now, just try and quiet your mind down in whatever ways that you do that. And I always recommend meditation. And just see about listening to your intuition right now and what that has to offer for you. All right, in the heart. So don't hate, meditate. In our challenge spot, that tells me that we're dealing with a lot of upheaval, a lot of stormy weather kind of in the heart area. Maybe a lot of people are angry or feeling the hate that is kind of seeping in from all areas of the world right now in the media. Whatever the case for you, if you're having a challenge with that, cards are saying to seek the animal kingdom. If you have pets, maybe spend some time with them, just even if it's just cuddling up on the couch or maybe playing with them. maybe even just focusing on them, like giving them a good grooming session, clip their nails, take them to, have their, I don't know, a whole grooming thing or their haircut or whatever, but like focus on the animal kingdom right now, and that will help you out of that hate place that sits in the heart sometimes, especially when, as a lot of empaths, myself and a lot of you out there, it's easy to absorb that from the world and just feel it and feel like you're saturated in it. And it's hard not to hate the haters. It's hard not to hate the haters. But we have to really work to be different than that, because all we're doing is perpetuating that same vibration. We're actually amplifying it when we hate the haters. So keep that in mind, okay? Don't hate, meditate. So if you can't meditate, and obviously it's saying that's a big challenge here, animal kingdom. And of course, just a side note for anyone who doesn't have pets, a trip to the zoo, the aquarium, right? Who knows? So in the spirit level, we are being challenged with shining our light. I'd almost look at this as sort of walking your spiritual path. A lot of us are having a hard time with that right now, maybe. We know what we need to do. We kind of feel it, but we're just not doing it. We're not necessarily listening to our spirit side right now, our intuition, and we're not doing what we know will let us shine. The things that we're passionate about, the things that we love, the things that we know will give something better to this world, that will literally allow us to share our own unique light with this world. We're not doing it. Loved one in heaven. This tells me that we're probably receiving guidance from someone right now. Someone who's passed. People who often are in our lives, even for just brief periods sometimes that we know that have passed, will often take the shape and form in the afterlife for a time of spirit guides, okay? It's not the same thing as angels. It's spirit guides have walked this earth. Spirit guides have led lifetimes as humans, so they have first-hand experience to offer, and that's kind of why they stick around for a bit to act as spirit guides. And it sounds like right now we are being given signs from our spirit guides right now, from the people that we know who have crossed over, who are giving us messages, giving us signs. They are definitely drawing near to help you in this area, to give you the energy you need, the motivation. It might not hurt to just sort of meditate on these people if there's someone that has passed that you love, and think about what they would want you to do to be happy. So when you think about someone who may have passed, and you think about where they might be, and from their perspective looking at you, what do you think they would want you to do? Do you think they'd want you to sit at some desk job that you hate just to pay the bills? No, they would want you to be happy. They'd want you to do something that had meaning in your life. They would be pushing you for that, regardless of probably what they were like in this world. From the perspective of the other side, they're going to want you to do what you need to do to be happy. So you even shift your perspective a little bit to what it would be like looking from the other side of the veil. Okay? Now, the last card and last message from Spirit: honor your feelings. I feel like this just sort of plays into everything here, that no matter what you're feeling, though, try not to judge it. I know a lot of people who are really judgmental of their feelings. They're like, oh, well, I'm feeling this and it's a bad feeling. No feelings are bad. They are information. Just like any sensations in our body, even if it's painful, is just data. It's just information. So as long as we're not judging it, then we can actually learn and take a lot from it. If we're feeling angry, that can be fuel for the fire. That can motivate us to do something. If we're feeling envious or jealous, that can also motivate us to do other things as well. It can also, if we really saturate ourselves in that and allow ourselves to really become that, it can lead us into some icky areas. But if that's what we got to do. But the main thing here is that whatever it is that you're feeling right now, you need to honor your feelings. You need to say, I'm feeling this way, and that's okay. It's totally acceptable, and I honor the way that I feel right now, regardless of what that is, okay? Get out of that judgmental space and try and look at everything very objectively. One of the things that I can't remember if it was from Kyle Gray specifically, because I do watch a lot of his videos, or if it was from someone else before that, but one of the things that I do love is the idea of looking at, and I've mentioned it here a little bit, looking from the other side of the veil, trying to shift your perspective, but even more so from the eyes of from the eyes of the divine, from an angel, or from something that would only look at us with unconditional love and compassion and nothing else, without judgment. Can you look at yourself and your life and your feelings? Can you look at all of that through the eyes of unconditional love and compassion? Okay? And that will pretty much align you with the idea of honoring your feelings almost immediately. And that's your weekly reading, guys. Just like that. So I hope you enjoyed this week's reading. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shining Empathy. And you can also catch me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Shining Empathy. And until next time, everybody, love and light to you all. Bye for now.